Hello, fellow educators. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make cloning objects. So I have used Smartboard my entire teaching career, and I really love the cloning feature of Smart Notebook in that I could place a point and then I could just swipe it as many times as I want and I could have infinite points. So what I'm going to show you is how to do something very similar. Now, it is not technically cloning. It's kind of a little trick around, and I'll show you how to do it. But what I was trying to do, and this activity I've featured in 2 other videos, is I'm asking students to look at key components of a graph and to drag and drop these points to different places, and then I want them to connect it using the line tool. So I've used this for 2 other videos so far, and I want to finish up showing you how I did this. So if you notice here, I'm just clicking these points and I have more, and I keep having more, and I keep having more. There is a limit to this. There is not an infinite cloner in Google Slides, but there is a workaround because what I want students to do really shouldn't take that many points. So I'm going to show you how to work around this. And hopefully you can see why I would want to do this because I have multiple intercepts, I have max mins, those sort of points that I want students to graph. So let me show you how to do this. And you can think of different applications for different cloning things. Now this works for any object that you can copy and paste. And then we're going to basically stack them up on top of each other. So let's start. I've got a slide here, and notice I don't have any points. But what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to insert an object. So for my objects, I am looking at points. So I'm just going to make a little point here, and let's color it red just so it sticks out really well. So I've got my point here. Notice there it is. And make sure you have it the way you want it to make sure it's small enough to fit whatever graph you're doing or whatever object you have. Now, this is the easy part. All you have to do is copy and paste a couple times. So I'm just going to Control C, and then I'll do about 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got these 10 points, and so these are my clones because these are all copy and pasted. So now what you're going to do with these clones is you're going to stack them on top of each other. So you're going to right click. And what we want to do is we want to look at these options here. So we have align horizontally, we have align vertically. It doesn't matter which one you do first, but I'm going to start by align vertically, and we're going to align in the middle. And notice how they all line up in the middle. Then I'm going to go to align horizontally. I click center. And there you go. It looks like there's one point. Then I'm going to drag it all over here. And I'm set. It looks like there's only one point, but when I click and drag, it's cloning multiple at once. Basically, I'm just taking the different copies off of the stack. So this has a number of applications, in particular for math. This can be used for drag and drop activities. If you have the same object that you want them to use a bunch of times, if you have them to drag a word somewhere, you could clone the objects and put it in there. Now, the only thing I will tell you about is that this only works in edit mode. So when you're doing these drag and drop activities, you can't present and then do it because once you're presenting, the objects are set. So if you're wanting them to do this sort of drag and drop activity, they have to do it in edit mode. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So best of luck.